Question: do you remember these fights? You know what made these fights so iconic? Is because you put the best with the best. I mean, alone the fact that they did great animation, and the writers back then, they used to care about doing great stuff for the fans. But another factor is that we put the best with the best. And that is what makes the fight so intense and so interesting. Inside, and the build-up is so high. We need more fights like this. We need an epic fight that can define Dragon Ball again. We can't just go back whenever we want to see like a good fight. We can't just be like, oh yo, let me just go watch the old Frieza and Goku. Let me go watch Cell versus Goku and the old, Vegeta versus Goku. We need something new that is gonna represent something new. So that we don't have to be going back to the old, to the old stuff over and over again. It's like when you get out of a relationship and you keep going back to your ex-girlfriend because she was the best, and then you keep meeting these random girls and they don't measure up to your ex-girlfriend, and that's the reason why you keep going back to your ex. Because you can't find somebody who's as good as she was. I feel that's the same. That's what's happening with Dragon Ball. The reason why people keep going back to the old episode with Cell versus Goku and stuff like that is because what we got today doesn't measure up to what we used to have. So we just, whenever we want to see something great, we just go back to the old Dragon Ball, and that's why. But if you want something that is going to measure up to something like that, aside from the fact that you gotta put love into the animation and put love into the writing, who are the two best guys that you could put together, and it will give you some epic, super epic fight? Because I could think of two beasts of a guys that you could put together, and it will probably measure up to the old 5 of Dragon Ball. And that is if you put this beast against this beast right here. Put those two together. That right there will be an epic fight that every single fan wants to see. We got fans making their own animation because these writers nowadays, they don't give us what we want to see. What we want to see is the big guy versus the big guys. Once you bring Dragon Ball back, I don't know, you say you're gonna bring it back and you're gonna redo the various arc and the Frieza arc, and then I'm thinking that you're probably gonna do the whole Dragon Ball Super, right? So if you're gonna do the whole Dragon Ball Super, and then you're gonna go to the Moro arc, which is confirmed that the Moro arc is gonna be here. Once you're finished that arc, the Moro arc, why don't you try giving us like a tournament, like another tournament? But we need that tournament after the Moro arc, because we're tired of so many tournaments. So at least give us like a proper arc, like the Moro arc, which is the one that they confirm that is coming, which is a good thing. So after the Moro arc, do a tournament and then put these two together. I don't want like a tournament while I get to see the same thing over and over again, like Vegeta versus Goku. It's like, bro, I'm tired of it. At the beginning, it was fun. Imagine Vegeta versus Goku. It was fun. That was fantastic. That was phenomenal. But dude, we want something new. We want something fresh. Something fresh that is gonna captivate the audience. Something that we never seen before. And what would be the best example of that? I say Jiren versus Broly. Put up a tournament where we have different fighters versus how they do in Dragon Ball, different fighters versus the different fighters, and then the build up to that tournament, the main event be Jiren versus Broly. Make that the main event, and then you see people gonna say, oh yeah, but how about Goku? can he be the main event because he's the protagonist? I mean, dude, we gotta think outside the box, like how they did with Cell. I say Goku versus Cell was the phenomenal fight, but if you really look at the whole arc, the real main event was Super Saiyan 2 Gohan versus Cell, which it was phenomenal. And you see, the main event was Gohan versus Cell. You can do the same thing here. Just have a tournament where you have the build up and have these two beasts be the main event. And I don't know, like you're probably gonna say, so what do we do with Goku and Vegeta while this main event is going on? I don't know. Like the last time that Vegeta had a spotlight back in Dragon Ball Z, didn't Goku have like a heart virus or something like that? Bro, just put Goku to do something else. Send Goku to like another planet or like on a mission or something, and then have Vegeta go with them. Have somebody else take the floor a little bit. Give other characters their shine. Make room for other characters, for other people, so that other fans can, so that we don't have to go back to the same old thing, Goku and Vegeta, and over again. Just give the floor to other characters as well. And I say Broly versus Jiren will be a phenomenal exploration of new characters. I say do it, and then after that we could just explore who the hell was that evil door that took Jiren's family's life. Whoever that dude was, whoever that guy, explore whoever that was, and everything that Broly went through his life growing up on that planet by himself. Explore that too. Explore both of these characters while you're building up the tournament. And once you build up the character, and then you build up the fight, you're gonna have the perfect fight, because you're gonna have the two of the strongest characters, and the fight will actually have a build up and a story behind it. And not only that, it will be something different, something fresh. It's not gonna be the same old Goku and Vegeta thing over and over again. You're gonna give the fans something new. Throw Goku to like another planet with Vegeta or something, and then have this tournament take place while they're gone. I don't know. I'm just saying, man. Just give the fans what we want to see, because there is way too many fan art with Jiren versus Broly all over the place. So if you're bringing Dragon Ball back, I'm just saying, give the reason you bring Dragon Ball back is because you want to give fans what they want. Okay, well, the fans want to see Broly versus Jiren. Also, can you give us that too? Explore their characters and give us the fight that we want to see. We have to get this fight done, please. Just a recommendation. That's all I have for this video. I'm gonna see you guys on the next video. Build up the fight, build up the character, do a great build up, and you will have a phenomenal fight. End of story. I'm done with the video.
Who cares if Broly is stronger than Beerus? I'd still break his face regardless of the situation. I'm the strongest in the multiverse. Everyone who has a brain already knows that I would beat the piss out of Broly, and it wouldn't even be close.